Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Once again, welcome to you all viewers. This is the first segment of the GASAM Elections Debate 2024, and I am Ibrahim Jalo, the chairman of the Electoral Committee. I will be your host today with my committee member who is Yasin Job. We will later be joined by Mr. Sefu Demba, who is currently bit engaged, but hopefully he will join us shortly, inshallah. So without further ado, I guess we will go straight to the program. We've delayed for a few minutes. The program was supposed to start by 6 o'clock. I guess we will try to fast track to make sure that we catch up with time. So Yasin, you can kindly introduce yourself, and from
Yes,
there we keep the
Assalamualaikum.
program moving.
Assalamualaikum everyone.
Yes.
My name is Yasin Jo. As you said, a member of the electoral committee for the GASAM 2024 executive court position. So we welcome you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Yasin. I guess, from what I'm seeing here, the program would actually be very, very interesting today because all of these candidates have really sold their ideas, they have sold their vision to the general members. They have been on their campaign process for the past few weeks, I guess for the past week anyway, I can say. So they must have passed through a very, very, educative period, in this process, because as we say, the campaign period is mostly, very, very educative. It is, for most of us, is the first time that we engage in, debates between us and other people, trying to convince them based on the vision that we have for the association. And the fact that we've passed through it, that is really something very, very commendable. And it's no more difference. I guess that was even more difficult, trying to convince people from the various groups than, passing through that stage to the final, process of the campaign. So finally, we have the, candidates here. I know we will let them introduce themselves one by one. So that our viewers, for those that are not Gasmians, would have the opportunity to know each and every one of them. So we will start with Saliuba. Saliu, can you kindly come forth and introduce yourself, please?
Thank you very much, Ibrahima, and thanks to everyone for having me here. My name is Saliuba, an alumna of University Hassan Primi of Stad. I am currently doing my master's at the faculty in Sweden doing business administration. I am vying for the position of financial secretary in this year's elections. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Saliu, for that brief introduction. I mean, we will get to the next would be Mr. John. Mr. John, kindly come forth and introduce yourself, please.
Well, thank you for this opportunity. I will start by greeting everyone here that is watching this live. Yeah, my name is Mohammed John, and I'm currently studying at the University of Sidi Mohammed bin Abdullah here at FES, and I am currently in my second year, and I am vying for the position of a general secretary in this election. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, Mr. John. Let's have Mr. Fansu Obaro, please.
Okay, Assalamu alaikum to everyone watching this show live. I am Fan Subaru and I am honored to be here in this wonderful guest here. I'm currently studying at the University of Insa here first. I'm in the same school with Mohammed John and then also I'm at my second year right now and then I'm honored to be in this guest here. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Fansu. And the last but not the least, we have Mr. Abdullah Jalo.
Okay, Assalamu alaikum everyone once again. My name is Abdullah Jalo, an alumni of Nusrat Senior Secondary School and a second year general nursing student at ISPIT Agadir. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Abdullah, and thank you to all of you for that brief introduction. So we have really brilliant minds who are looking forward to serve the association here, and hopefully, you know, you are going to contribute and raise the flag of the association to a different level again, you know, which we are all optimistic about, inshallah. So, without further ado, I will let in my co-host, that is Yasin, to introduce the rules of the proceedings to you guys, please. Yasin, go ahead.
Okay, I would like to read the debate format and rules for smooth running of the program. So first, we have no candidate to interrupt a speaker. And second, for the position having more than one candidate, each candidate will be given a chance to ask a question. The questioner may ask any clear question that has direct bearing on the debate. Is that clear? Okay. And
Yes.
no name calling or personal attack. And further, we have keep the debate about facts, logic, and topics at hand. And also, we have 2 minutes maximum will be allocated to answer any questions except otherwise indicated by the moderator. It's okay. So we also have candidates must be on time during the debate to ensure the maximum of their ability. That is no problem of internet connection, noise, or camera while the debates are going on. So that's the rule so far, and I hope we all respect it. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you very much, Yasin, for that brief rundown of the debate rules. First of all, I guess before we get to the candidates' manifestos once again, I would like just to tell each and every one of us who is not speaking to kindly off their mic, because I learned that there is a little bit of echo in the live program on our platform, so we might want to mute our mics if we are not speaking. And aside from that, I guess I would just comment on the debate rules that you have just highlighted here. Most of the candidates that we have with us are people with no opponents, and aside from that, you know, we've known all of them. I mean, none of them would be involved in, I mean, certain stuff that might lead to, let's say, disagreement. And at the end of the day, with the format of the debate, I think that even reduced the room for disagreements, or, you know, certain things that might not run well with the debate proceedings. So without further ado, we will go with the same, style as the first, which was the introduction. We will start with Salu to actually take us through her manifesto. You have 3 minutes, as Yasin just highlighted, to take us through your manifesto, and from there we can start with the questions, inshallah. Thank you. Sorry.
Thank you once again, Ibrahima. I believe like the Gasamians have gone through my manifesto during the campaign, so I will just go through it briefly with you here. First, in my plans, I have the Observers Gasam. This Observers Gasam is gonna be either a monthly, the way I plan is gonna be either a monthly or bi-monthly news broadcast about interesting facts that made headlines in the month or two last month or two. I plan to work with the PRO and the media team, together with the VREPs, who I want to serve as reporters to make it more entertaining and engaging for the Gasamians. And I also want to make it like in just the broadcast should be in just a few minutes so that like the Gasamians will not feel lazy to watch. And the other two, like I will not like personally call them plans, just like the functions of a financial secretary, as how I will want to do them. That is like the proper management of the funds of the association and the proper recording and clarity of financial transactions. So yeah, basically these are my plans in the manifesto. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. I guess you were really able to make up with the time. I mean, that we say 3 minutes, but at least you've done it in 1 minute, I can say. So I would just like to know, Salu, because this is a very, very interesting project from the onset that I heard about it. I really felt that it was something that was good because at the end of the day, it will more of expose people, Gassamians, to the happenings, to current affairs that which I found very interesting. So during your campaign, what was the most interesting question that you might want to say was posed to you about this project that you have?
Well, like many Gasamians, as you are, we're excited about like the projects. Yasin herself here, she was really excited and wanted to see how it will go. Together with the ones also in Casablanca, they asked questions about how it's gonna be done and all. They were eager to know how, like, to see it in action. The observers, Gasam. Yeah, mostly it's their eagerness about like the observers Kesam project.
Okay, that would be very interesting. I will personally be looking forward to that program in Gaza, inshallah. I guess it will not only keep members, up to date about current affairs, but it can equally improve the engagement of the Gazamians, which we all look forward to. Because in recent years, this is the problem,
Yeah.
or this is one of the challenges. I will not call it a problem, but it's one of it that we're facing. So the more we can have members being involved in that some level, I guess the better things would be for us. So I'll just let Yasin, if you have any question about this point, to ask you. Yasin, you're welcome.
Thank you so much, Salu. And personally, for me, I really appreciate that project. Let me review the project, please. It's really interesting. Am I audible, Ibrahim?
Very well, very well.
Okay. Like for me, my only problem with the project is like the lack of interest of the government, like when it comes to participation and all those things. So, how far are your consideration towards like the participation of the government towards this project? So, like, how do you go up? How would you intend to go about it, Salim?
Oh, thank you, Yasin. First, I will really like to engage the VREPs, like at the VL level, since they are ready to serve as VREPs. I believe they will be ready to help in making this project or taking this project alive. Uh, together with their help, we can search for like members who are in their respective fields who are willing like to be reporters, let me in quotation, to be reporters, to just to make like the observers gasam entertaining. Imagine like a science student just doing something for fun, just reporting issues about current affairs and stuff. So yeah, I really want to work with the VREPs, like through their willingness to serve their respective fields. I believe they will also be willing to assist me scout for willing participants to take part in the observers gasam.
So thank you so much for that well detailed answer. And I hope that like the Gassamians will take this as an opportunity to develop themselves as it is very interesting. Like we should not just let it go like this. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Saliu. I guess that was really well answered. We will now move to the next candidate, who is Mr. Mohammed John. Can you kindly take us through your manifesto? You have 3 minutes to do that, please.
All right, thank you, everyone. Well, my vision for GASAM is built on three key pillars, which are communication, empowerment, and advocacy. As General Secretary, I am pledged to uphold the values of unity, integrity, and progress, ensuring that our community thrives and every member feel valued and respected. Yeah. Now, this will bring us to our first pillar, which is enhanced communication. So we all know that like communication is the cornerstone for any successful organization. So I believe to have effective communication will really help our association a lot. In such a way, we will make sure that like when we are making any decision, we try to inform the General Assembly so that they will be aware of what we are doing about. And also when there are updates on events and opportunities, we alert the General Assembly as well so that they will be informed about what is going on with their association, as this will build trust between the executive members and the people of the association. Now moving on to the second pillar, which is no, sorry, which is student empowerment. Like empowerment is about providing opportunity and support for personal or academic growth. So I will introduce mentorship program, skill building workshop, and how to call it networking events. As this will help in as this will help members to develop themselves their full potentials. Yeah, and by creating a platform for academic excellence and personal development, we can build a community of confident, capable individuals who will contribute meaningfully to society. And finally, which is advocacy and representation. As the voice of GASAM, I will advocate for the rights and interests of the GASAMians. That is, when we have meeting with government officials, we will try and make sure that the concern and interests of GASAMians are raised in such type of meetings. And we will try to help GASAMians in facing challenges like accommodation, health, and even academic support as well. This will bring us to the end of my manifestation. And thank you.
Thank you very much. I guess that was also the same thing. You were able to make up with time, you know. Uh, Personally, I guess my question would be based on the initial point that you've mentioned about the communication, enhanced communication. As you have highlighted, communication is something that is really important in the smooth running of every organization. GASAM not an exception. So, I mean, I would like to know if elected, I mean, if you are there as an executive, I mean, can you tell me more of how you guys,
Yeah.
how you will work with your team? Can you hear me? Am I really audible?
Yeah, you're audible, of course.
Oh, okay. Can you tell me how are you planning to work with your team to make sure that you bring that consolidation within the leadership? By consolidation, what I mean, we have the executive body, we have the representatives, we have the various committees. How would you be working? What are your plans
Yeah.
towards working with the entire
Okay.
executive to make sure that you have all these things interconnected to ensure the smooth running of the association. Because when you have all this body involved in the running of the association, I guess, the communication aspect would be resolved. So how are you planning to go about this?
Yeah, for that we can create like social media accounts, like even WhatsApp. We can create like a group chat where all the members will be added. So when we have crucial information about the association, we will try to share it there so that every member of the group will have access to it, and these VREPs will try to disperse this information to their respective viewers. Yeah.
All right. Okay, that's interesting, Mr. John. I guess, as I'm aware, we have those groups. Let's say, for example, you have the group of the city representatives, you have the groups of the executive, and the group of the general membership. It was more of, having to see if you have any plan to work on any something that is specific on which you like to implement to make sure that you improve, the communication aspect within the leadership first, which would directly be channeled towards, in the targeted, general membership. But I guess, it's not a problem. You have answered the question to some extent, which is good. Thank you. Yasin, if you have any question, you can just ask that, please. Ask him.
Thank you very much, John, for your wonderful manifesto. So my question will be on you, as you said that you're going to be the voice of GASAM, which is very good actually. So my question will be like, as the voice of the GASAM, of the GASAMians, how do you intend about representing GASAM in when it comes to the embassy and the ministry, knowing that like the relationship between the association now and the embassy and the ministry is somehow, we all know that. So how do you intend like to improve the relationship?
Yeah, Mr.
Well,
John, before you just come,
okay,
yeah, sorry for interrupting. That was an interesting question by Yasin. I guess I just want to add a little bit on that.
no problem.
Because at the end of the day, the objective of every association is just to improve the
Okay.
relationship that it has with its stakeholders. GASAM is not an exception. We have a very excellent relationship with our various partners, but it's more of how are we going to improve our relationship between the association and our stakeholders, our partners in general. Thank you.
Well,
I
I
guess
believe to improve our relationship between our, sorry, okay.
you can go ahead, please.
Well, I believe to improve our relationship with the like government officials, we will try to make sure that like in every meetings that they organize, we try to appear in it so that we will not dodge anything that they are doing with us. So this will show that like show them that we are interested with what they are having to say with us. So I think by so doing, it will help us to build our relationship stronger. And anytime they call up for help, we also try to appear there. And also in the meetings that we are having with them, we try to be communicating with them regularly so that they can know students' concern in this kingdom here in Morocco. Thank you for your.
Okay. Thank you so
Am I
much,
audible?
John. That was well. Yeah, yeah, you are. Thank you so much.
Yes,
So,
I guess Mr. John, just to add a little bit, Yasin, Mr. John is somebody who is really passionate about communication in general, be it within the GASAM body and it's within internally or externally. So, which is really commendable. I believe that if we have the opportunity, he would really, contribute a lot towards. enhancing that. I really have faith in him, and hopefully that's gonna happen, inshallah. You can go ahead. Yes, Yasin. If you don't have any other question for Mr. John, perhaps you can welcome the next, candidate to take us through their manifesto. I guess she is having some connections issues, uh, but they might join us shortly. Not to waste more time, because I guess we don't have much time on our side too. I would just welcome Mr. Fansu to take us through his manifesto, please.
Assalamu alaikum everyone once again. As you all know, I'm Fansu Baro and then vying for the treasurer position. So I would like to take you along with my manifesto. I'm honored to present my manifesto as a candidate for the position of treasurer at GASAM. Although I do not have formal experience in finance, but I am committed to serving GASAM because I know GASAM were here for us. So with this passion that I do, this passion that I have for exploring new things, I'm being passionate to serve as the treasurer at the GASAM members. So like to serve as GASAM executive, one of the executives when elected. So some of my points are accountability, transparency, and then strategic growth. So when I say accountability, it means one of the points that is responsible financial management. I will ensure that all financial activities are conducted with utmost integrity and in compliance with legal and ethical standards. This includes meticulous record keeping, accurate reporting, and regular audits. Because in any association, there needs to be accountability. For instance, if you want to organize events, there needs to be that person that has to manage all the funds, that is to keep records of it for future use. And then also another point is transparency, because in transparency I mean clear communication. It is very, very important to be open and transparent, to have an open and transparent communication with all the members regarding our financial status, the challenges and the opportunities that we have. In this case, it will give the chance for all the members to know what is going on in the association, what has been done, and then what is need to be improved in terms of the finance part. And also, another point is strategic growth, which is resource optimization. I will also ensure that the amount of resource that we have is being optimized. For instance, if we want to organize a program, if for instance, let's say we want to use 5 dirhams, for instance, like to organize a program, then I need to make sure that that 5 dirham is being optimized effectively and then it is used as as it is supposed to be used. So in that, I think the association will be very much improving in those things. So that is the those are the those are the points that I would like to share with you. That's my manifesto. So thank you.
Yes, Mr. John, thank you very much. Thank you very much. You
Mr.
know,
Barwa.
first of, yes, I'm sorry about that, Mr. Barrow, exactly. Yeah, when you talk about finance, personally, as a finance student, I'm always very passionate,
Yeah.
So the fact that you are not an experienced guy in it, from the onset, I told you I'm a strong believer of, people's
Finance.
interest or sacrifice for others, So the
Yeah.
moment you have that, I think that is more powerful than you having the knowledge, to do what you are required to do. Have the vision, have the passion first of serving the people, and all what comes next is a second option to me. That's what I believe. Because as during the interview process, I have narrated my story a little bit about how I started with these positions, and then from the time I don't have any experience. But not just to go in details. GASAM in general, if you have listened to the portfolio profiles that we have shared some time ago, uh, you have most of our seniors were talking about GASAM as an institution. Of course, it is an institution because we have seen over the years what comes out from it. It's it's nothing like disappointing. It's always something very, very inspiring. So I guess we look forward to that. I mean, to me, that's what is more interesting. Like, what do you look forward to after serving the association? So, aside from that, I would just like to ask you a question. I mean, based on the transparency and accountability stuff in your plans. Yes. So the fact that I've mentioned GASAM being like an institution, it must be guided by certain principles on in all its departments. As you are aware, you have the finance department. Personally, I have been there at some point. So within the finance department, they are guided by certain policies or rules. I don't know how acquainted you are with them, but I want to believe that during the campaign process, you have at least made some efforts to orient yourself a little bit about the existing policies within the GASAM finance team. So, my question is, how are you planning to perhaps improve on the current existing, policies within the GASAM finance team if elected?
Okay, thank you for that question. Like I will confess with this position, like for the finance, I didn't get the opportunity. Like the some of those policies, I didn't get the opportunity still now to have known all of it because I'm new in it. So I mean, I think with time it will be easier. I mean, I will get the opportunity to learn all these things that I need to learn. Still now, I am trying to communicate with some of the people that can help me, like Bakoto. But at that point, I have not reached that point yet. So maybe with time I will come to know all the things that I need to know with it. That is some of the exceptions that I don't have full knowledge in it from now.
Okay. Yes, that would be very interesting if you are able to at least capture some of those informations that might be very, very helpful. Because when you're working with finances, there are
Yeah,
certain principles that you have to guide yourself with to make sure that you are being able to efficiently manage the financial resources of the association. Because at
yeah,
the end of the day, keeping finances of the association is not always about being, let's say, as we call it in economy. Like if you just tell the common man about economy, they will tell you, this guy is a very stingy man.
stingy
It's not
finance. Yeah,
always about being stingy, exactly, but it's more of being, how to call it, frugal, like more of being able to
like being
optimize
rational.
your resources. Very good rationality. You just, have to weigh your satisfaction and
Yeah,
the cost and satisfaction, and benefits and cost. It's
cost.
more of
Yeah,
that. So at some point, it will be important. I know as you get into the process, you will
yeah.
get to learn a lot about
Move to
what
see.
it entails. And I wish you all the best, and I hope that you will get what you deserve from that position, inshallah.
Thank you so
I
much for
guess
that.
I will let Yasin to ask you if he has any question for you.
Okay.
Thank you so much for that wonderful answer. From that, like you don't have any background in finance, but you're willing to take up this position shows how dedicated you are, and it's the most interesting thing about you in this executive. So
Sure.
I would just like you to tell us more about your organization and collaborative skills, because I think it will be very necessary for you to excel in this role since you don't have any background. So you will be reaching out to people like seniors and working thoroughly with the executive body, so that you will be more giving more effectiveness and to be more excelled in this position. So
Yeah.
could you share your organizational and collaborative skills?
Okay, thank you so much, Yasin, for that question. Well, I'm a person that that if I'm personally to do something that is new to me or that is even existing known to me, I make all efforts that is required to do that thing. So I am a person that that if I want to do something, I dedicate myself in learning, and then in the long run, I know that I will have some main challenges in it because I know every beginner must have challenges. But those challenges is what I will use to inspire me to work more and then to learn some of the things that I will need to use in the long run. Currently, I'm also having some of my mentors Bagodo that in the long run, if I have any problem or if I'm having any problem, I will reach out to them so that they can help me because I know no matter how I try to find out things, there will be still things I do know that I will not know them if I don't ask. So I am also a person that you know that I am very collaborative, and then I respect people that you know that I am working with. So I hope, and then I believe some of those qualities will help me in the long run, because I have to deal with people when it comes to finance. So yeah, I think that is going to be very important for me, like learning, having the passion to learn, and also being committed to what I am doing. Yeah, thank you.
Mashallah, that's very impressive and interesting. Okay, thank you so much.
Welcome, Yasin. Thank you.
Thank you, Yasin, and thank you, Fansu, for that, for those answers. Yes, we will not waste time. We will just try to move on to the next candidate. I know we will come back to the other candidates because I think we've spent more time with Fansu, but we still have more questions for the other candidates too. So we'll not just waste time. Let's go with Mr. Jalo to take us through his manifesto. He's not here. Okay, let's give him some time. He will join us back again, I believe. Bon, I guess we will give him time. When he comes, we will ask him the question. So, Saliu, I mean, I will just come back to you. I guess we just have to do it like that, the same role. I mean,
Yeah.
as somebody, who is really deep in the finance domain, because you are a master's MBA student right now. I mean, what new thing are you planning to bring on to the finance department of the association, especially when it comes to policies?
Well, yeah. Thank you, Ibrahim. Well, I have discussed with the previous financial secretaries, like both previous financial secretaries over the years, and like I've gathered insight on how like they were doing their work, how they recorded transaction and stuff. Yeah, and they showed me like a way that will facilitate like recording transactions and making reports, financial reports. So I believe I will follow those footsteps, like that my previous occupants of this position have been doing, like their recording methods and others. But in case I find any room for improvement during my tenure, I shall improve on those ones, inshallah, if voted yes, of course. And
Yeah, thank
sorry, I
you
want
very
to add
much.
something.
Go ahead.
Like, and as a former commerce student, I know more, cannot say a little bit, but I know something about finance, so I believe it's not gonna be like a huge tax for me. So yeah, it's gonna be good.
That's interesting. I'm sure it'll be more interesting when before you end your tenure, inshallah. Because I'm really looking forward to seeing us bringing some of these stuffs that we are learning, to try to make sure that we fully, customize it to the level of the association. Because at the end of the day, personally, I'm a strong believer of this is where it starts. This is where it starts with us. The little thing that we can collect from what we've learned, if we are able to relate it to the level of the association and make sure that we implement it there, this is, I mean, it actually goes a long way in really helping us solve certain problems that would mean a lot to maybe even at the level of our country. So I'm really looking forward to you even bringing on upscaling, the level of the finance team, perhaps maybe, integrating certain data analytics, I mean, tools to make sure that, you are able to efficiently do those financial recordings and analyzing. and presenting, really visualizing those data at the end of the day, so that people can easily understand what you mean when you are defending your budget, or when you are defending, I mean, your financial report at the end of your period. I look forward to that, Sally.
Thank you very much, Ibrahim.
Thank you. So I don't have another question for you in the meantime, but perhaps Yasin do. If you do, Yasin, you can just drop it for her.
Dario, that was really, really interesting one. Mashallah. Okay, my question will be like, when you are in office, like, due to the late of the Gambian stipend, this is the cause of celebrating the Eid at the level, right? Am I right, guys? Ibrahim, help me here.
Yes, I think that
Yes.
is one of the reasons. I'm not sure if it's the
Yeah,
only
main
reason.
cause, but yeah. So, like, do you have any plans, like, to make sure that even though the stipend, the Gambian stipend will be late, but we'll be able to put something together to make sure that the Eid will be celebrated at Rabba, like, rather than celebrating it at this level as a result of the lateness of the stipend. So do you have anything to say about that? Like to do you have any plans, yeah, to make sure that even though the stipend will be late, but we'll be able to celebrate it at the level, at Rabba rather.
Okay. Thank you, Yasin, for your question. I think that decision is gonna be like a team decision, because like we have to sit and decide. Okay, if this stipend is late this year, should we give each Gasamian like the amount of fares they are going to spend to come to Rabat, or this amount each for them to facilitate their coming to Rabat? So like, if, and of course we have to put it to the general members, yeah, if they agree, yes, you can give us this amount, we want to come and celebrate it together, everyone, then yeah. But first, I think that cannot be only like the decision of the financial secretary. It has to come from like the whole executive through a collaborative effort, an elaborative discussion on all the ways for to solve the issue regarding the late stipend and the celebration of Eid like at the Rabat here.
Thank you, Sally.
I
That's
hope
quite
I
really
answered your question the way you were expecting.
yeah, it's okay, it's okay. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Yeah.
I guess that was really a very, very important and interesting question by Yasin. Yasin, thank you for bringing it up. I guess at the end of the day, these little events that we organize are what actually would, I mean, put more unity, and the unity that we're searching as an association for us. So having to make sure that we don't oversight them, we try to make sure that by all means we they happen. That has been the efforts over the years to make sure that whatever the case may be, we struggle with it and make sure that we host these activities. I think it will really be something that would be important to note by any executive that will be coming, and be it you guys or the ones that will come next, not to compromise whatever the case may be, to make sure that they organize these events, if possible to even give supports, as you know, it could be related at some point. There were incidents in which the association was able to leverage, I mean, the little finances that we have to make sure that, I mean, support was given to, I mean, the general members for them to attend. Like, that is not to say that, I mean, it's the same thing that should happen this year also, because how to call it, we might not know the situation of the coffers. I mean, because at the end of the day, we cannot do something beyond which we can do. You know, that's not possible. So, but if it is possible not to compromise with the little programs that we organize at the level of GASAM, it should be something that would be very important for an executive to note and make sure that, I mean, these programs would happen to continue with the spirit of unionhood and brotherhood that exists within our community here. So that was a solid question, Yasin. Thank you for bringing it up. So of course we have questions from the viewers. The viewers are really interested with the program today. I personally have some reaching out to me through WhatsApp, even not even through the live program. So you guys get ready, guys. It will be just fun and interesting. So yeah, after we will read to you the questions from the viewers. But let's go with the next candidate. If possible, they can even share their thoughts on the same question that have been asked to Salu, just to have it more interactive, as we said in the beginning. Fansu, do you have anything to say about it? To make sure that GASAM events are really, how to call it, to make sure that they happen, whatever the case may be, the executive to try to put all the means necessary, uh, all the means within, their capacity to hold these events. What do you say about that?
Yeah, I think what he said is very important. Like that decision cannot be taken by an individual, as he said. So maybe like the finance team, her, I, and then the president, if we come together and then we see that these events are not happening because of this and this and that. So if some of those things can be addressed, if it is possible to do it, because we don't know whether the amount that we'll be having might serve all the things that we need. But if it is possible to do it, I think that is going to be the best. At least in that way, it's going to encourage people to step in, at least to go for the Eid and some of the events that we will be holding in the future. Yeah, I think that point is very important.
Thank you, Fansu. I know we will get back to you again for those who might want to weigh something on that point. But in the meantime, we've missed Abdallah Jallo before, so we will just let him to go through his manifesto, and from there we can ask him some questions. Abdullah, you are welcome, please. Can you just get us through what you have for the association?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ibrahim. I think there's an echo coming from your end, I don't know. Or is others who on their mics.
Abdullah, you can go ahead, please.
Okay, Assalamu alaikum once again. It's Abdullah again. I'm here to present some of the projects that I have in mind. The first project is to include is to my first project is a project that is inclusive and diverse events to organize events that are inclusive and diverse events. The second point is through collaborative initiatives. My third point is to enhance membership engagement. The fourth point is to create workshops as a learning opportunities. And the fifth one is to provide a more supportive environment whereby every member, uh, in case in need, will be supported to our level best, inshallah. And the last but not least is to organize a summer trip for the general members OBM for the new students that are to come, inshallah. In case we have new students for this year. I guess that's my projects. So, and thank you. I hope I
Thank you.
was
Thank you,
audible.
Abdullah. You were really audible. You were audible. Of course, I was able to hear you very well. So thank you for that. Well, I guess to me it was more of listening. So perhaps if you might want to, how to call it, elaborate a little bit, it will be really favorable for our viewers. What do you think?
Okay, like for instance, the first project that is to provide, that is to work on events that are inclusive and diverse events. The events will really based on maybe through our cultures. Yeah, based on the events that will be organized is based on cultures. Because if you reflect back, in our home we have different cultures or different tribes. So just to matter of promoting those cultures within the association. Events like maybe during GASAM week, like the cultural day, we can organize maybe a dancing sort of dancing a forum showcase sort of, whereby maybe dancings will be included, music or joking relationship, including maybe dramas also, dramas, dramas that are educative. For instance, intermarriage, intermarriage. Uh, between tribes. Yeah, in short, it's just events that are just are educative and based on our cultures also. Uh, the second point is about collaborative initiative, whereby the association will look towards maybe other organizations similar to GASAM that has similar objectives, in-sound objective of the GASAM. Uh, is like the main objective is about to bring students students under one umbrella, yeah, and to promote that unity within its members. Coming to the third one is to enhance membership engagement. Through this project, I intend to use maybe a survey sort of, whereby after every event, we'll send a formula or a questionnaire, yeah, to see the opinions or the appreciation of the members pertaining to the event that was organized, yeah, to see how the event went, whether it's really uh, match with the association's needs or not. The other one is to create workshops on as learning opportunities, whereby just like the events that we organize, like for instance the attire show, the Bantabas, yeah, we can invite people or yeah people who are well versed with these cultural knowledge to invite them in order to educate us, yeah, through OBM to remind us about our cultures, the importance of cultures in our society. Because seeing nowadays people are trying to modernize or westernize themselves too much and trying to forget their main cultures, like for instance the Africans. Yeah, so in short, it's just that to maybe to invite an icon or someone who is well versed with these cultures.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much, Abdullah. I guess that was quite clear. I mean, from your explanation, people will be very happy about it. I just want to know, how was it for you? How was life for you during the campaign? Because from the onset, we had that conversation that you were one of the few. I mean, from the even the history of GASAM, you are one of the few that have vied for this position of a social and cultural secretary in the level of the association. It has always been ladies, 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 ladies. But you are here, Abdullah, and you want to bring that little difference. So, how was campaign like for you from the Gasamians with regard to this issue?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ibrahim. Really, it was kind of interesting, yeah, because many people do ask me that question. Why? Because they not many people do tell me that like in Gaza, the position of social and cultural is always taken by the girls. So this time around, they are seeing a male. So maybe they ask me the question, maybe what motivates me to go in for that position. So my response is, I tell them that like the position is like a position just like any other position in Gaza. So it's open to everyone to apply. So it doesn't only maybe it's not just a position that is specific to girls. Yeah. So for me, I don't see it maybe in another way. Oh, and the other objective that I have is to, sorry for that interruption. The other objective is maybe the objectives that I want to achieve in GASAM. So that coincides with the position of the social and cultural secretary. So that was my responses.
I guess you were really able to deal with that question with justice, to make sure that you maneuver, I mean, all necessary in all necessary ways to answer the question. But personally, I would just want to know, what are the challenges that you envision? I mean, when it comes to you, this position as a man or as a guy who will be serving, who is intending to serve in this position.
Maybe one of the obstacles is maybe due to the distance because seeing that I'm in a faraway village, Yeah, that is aggravated, and the travel, will be somehow hectic. Yeah, but if I'm lucky to have a team that are determined, yeah, I think it will really help me, yeah, to achieve the objectives.
Okay, Abdullah, thank you very much for that wonderful answers. I'll just let Yasin to ask you if he has any questions for you.
Ibrahim, for him, no, no, not really. I don't have any question for him. For now, I don't.
All right. I guess the fact that we have really dealt with, a lot of questions with these candidates, we will just go through, some questions that are asked by some members. Uh, Abdullah, do we have any questions on the comment section, please? Okay. So
Pardon?
there's this question. I was trying to ask Abdullah Bojang, our PRO, who is on the background. So there's this question from Jabi. Which is directed to Mohammed John. He said, when you mean by networking events, how will you achieve that since it is going to be among Gasamians? When you talk about networking, what do you mean in a nutshell? How do you intend to achieve this networking stuff? Since it is just within Gasam, are you intending to have different events where Gasamians would have the chance to interact with other student bodies, or what do you mean when you say networking, Jam?
Yeah, for that point, like I mean, this is more focused with the new students, especially. Like when they come, they can have link with alumni, and also for to the general members also to form a link with professions, so that when they need something, it will be an easy way for them. But mostly it is focused with the how to call it the new students, so that when they come in Morocco with all these stresses, they will have a mentor that will help them or assist them in their career path, so that things will be smooth in their area of studies. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. It's more of with the mentorship that you link in with it. That is good. That is good. I guess that was the only question I believe that we have from Jabi. But then I guess for me personally, when we talk about leadership, it's much more than just the question that we ask you based on your manifestos. I guess that is even simplifying. Leadership, what it meant. It is more of, for me personally, a collaboration between team members, and having to put minds together and solve certain problems or solve certain issues for the betterment of whoever that you're serving. So I just want to any one of us, any one of you, to randomly, can you randomly discuss on anything that you feel like is important, any point that any one of you have in mind right now that you think would be important to you when you come to work as a team if elected in the GASAM executive level? Anything that you think will be important, just feel free. Let it be as simple as you can.
Okay, I would like to say something.
Okay, go ahead.
Am I audible?
Very well, you are audible. You can go ahead, please. Yeah, you can go ahead. Salu, are you there? Salu, you can go ahead, please. You can go ahead.
Hope it's not network issue.
Yeah, I want to believe she has some connections issues. But if she's not audible, if any one of you have anything to say, this is just to test. I mean, your teamwork and I mean skills and ways that you can talk about certain things among yourself as well. Because from the onset, I
Well,
told you it was going to be more of an interactive session. So
Okay.
just feel free to say anything.
well,
Okay.
for me, do you have anything to say, Fanzu? Okay. Well, for me, I would like to elaborate on like lack of the participant, especially in the campaigns. In some fields, like you will be there, like you receive no question, so people don't participate during the campaign period. So I believe we should put this into in the table, and as a team with the executive, we try to discuss about this because the thing is getting serious. Because we think that we are not benefiting from GASAM, but we will not value GASAM until we lose it. Because I can hear, like in other nationalities, from the first day they arrive in Morocco here, they will leave them and they, with their suitcases, they will be finding apartments, and which will be very difficult. You will not have any mentor in the country. So it's like you are just dumped in the country. So life will be very difficult for you. So Gassam is working really hard to avoid all these things for us. Most especially the new students will suffer more when there is no Gassam. So I believe we should join hands together and work to fight this thing. Yeah. We should not just sit in our comfort zones. We should try and come out and participate in events and try to build a brighter future for Gassam. Yeah. I believe that's what I have.
Thank
Ibrahim,
you.
am
Thank
I
you very much.
audible?
Yes, very well. Yeah, audible. Thank you, John.
In case I'm having problem of hearing you
But you're
guys, so I'll
audible.
just leave and come back and see if that will work.
No, you are clearly audible.
Okay?
Salu is struggling with her connections, but we hope that she will get back soon.
Okay.
Yes.
Brian.
Yes, you can go
Okay.
ahead,
Like,
please.
do you first want to elaborate on that point before giving another point, or should I give mine?
Yeah, you can go ahead and give anything. It's totally
Okay.
okay.
For me, I think one of the most important things that we need to consider as executives rather, that is collaboration. Because I know these positions that we are vying for, in the future is going to be hectic for us. So without the collaboration and then like encouragement among us, it is going to be very, very difficult for Gasam to move ahead, because if we are given the position and then we do not have that collaboration, we do not have that understanding among each other, that mutual understanding, I think the association is going to be very, very weakened. So I think that one also should be put into consideration, that the collaboration of us, the executives, so that like if there's any, God forbid, if there's any small problems or stuff like that, we come as a group and then we discuss it, so that at least the thing will be fine. Because it is all based on the collaborativeness that association is holding. So I think that is also very, very, very important that we put into consideration, which is the collaborativeness of the executives. Yeah.
Very good, Mr. Fansu. That was really an important point. I mean, when you talk about group work, when you talk about group work or teamwork, you talk about collaboration, and that was really a very solid point. Yes, Sally, if you are talking, you can come on board, please. Your mic is not on.
Are you, am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are.
Very well.
Okay. I would just like I would just like to add on what Mansu just said. Like collaboration is very important in a team, and I would also like to say like effective communication and understanding within a team is something that I would love to see in my team, like the coming executive. Like communication helps a lot, like in a team. It helps. I believe with communication, effective communication, collaboration, and understanding, we'll go further. Inshallah.
Yes, communication, collaboration, teamwork, and leadership. They are really very crucial to for the survival of any team. I think those are very important and solid points that you guys have raised. So let's hear from Abdullah Jalo and
Okay. Okay, just to buttress more on the collaborations, yeah, it is very important. Like in a group, that there should always be a smooth communication among its members and respecting each other's opinions. Yeah, and we should always also consider the objective of the association rather than being title holders, because maybe the titles are just maybe in GASAM level, but the most important thing is to fulfill the objectives or the projects that you promise maybe the general members. Yeah, so that's what I asked to add on. Thank you.
thank you very much. I
Yeah,
guess
I
that
believe that is very
question.
important for us, especially like considering like most of my colleagues who are vying for various positions are away from Rabat. So like I believe communication, collaboration, and effectively performing their roles and
Thank you, Saliu, and thank you to all of you for your wonderful contributions towards this point. It was really well dealt with. So I guess that was good. That was good. That was a huge example of the teamwork that we are talking about and collaboration, because you were able to deal with the point, with one point with different opinions, and at the end of the day is the same objective or the same conclusion that we arrived at. That is the importance of collaboration and teamwork. So Yasin, do you have anything for them right now? Just any random thing that you might think that would be interesting to discuss.
They will have talked about a really solid point, that is collaboration, teamwork. Like they saw their teamwork spirit. They are ready to work in team on all those things. So I would just like to know how ready you are, like to maybe if somebody is to do something but is not able to do it, like at that moment, how ready is somebody to be in that person's place, like to 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 ready
To
to take the
substitute that
place of that
person.
person that, like how ready are you, like if for example right now is I think Salih is the only person like in Rabah, so maybe something is needed to be done by Fansu, but Fansu is not there, so how ready will Salih be to take the place of Fansu? Like I hope you got my questions.
Yeah, it's clear.
Yeah, so
yeah,
how
very
ready are
well.
you guys
I got your point.
to represent each other that?
Yeah, regarding that, like, sorry for interrupting. You can continue.
That was all, like that was all. You can take off.
Okay, okay. Like considering, as you said, I am the only like soon to be or be maybe executive in Rabat. Soon to be executive in Rabat. Uh, how I am ready to take up like the responsibility of someone else who needs something here in Rabat. I believe, yeah, if at all I can step up like at that person's position and do the work for him on his behalf, yeah, I already do it, provided that I like it doesn't collide with my schedules I will sacrifice though. Sacrifice is why I take up these positions. Of course, I will do that and I will really step up to help the person if there is any way I can.
Okay, that was really realistic. So, how about the others? How ready are you to represent the other when the leaves arrives? Like Fansu or John, who
Yeah, that's it. I mean, okay, that's a good point. Yeah, I think that one is also considered because I know in the long run someone might have a problem that that the person might not be available. So we as a team, I mean, we as a team, I mean, that's why like my first point is very very important. That is collaboration. Like if there is a collaboration in the team, even if there's an absence of passing, but like among us, we can decide. Who to replace that passing before the passing will be stepping up in. Yeah, perhaps that time I might not be free, and then someone might not be free. But if there's a person that can step up and then hold the position for the meantime, then I think that one will be, that one will be doable for everyone. Yeah. So we are ready for it, inshallah.
okay, that was really good. So, how about Abdullah and John?
Yeah, I believe Fonso said it all. Yeah. In the case where one of us has a conflicting priorities, that is, you have two things to do, but you can only do one due to situation. So I believe that is the reason why we are even like the executive is called a team, so that in the absence of the other, one can step in and assist. That's why we are called a team. So we should try by all means and make sure that in the absence of the other, when there is someone that is free, of course, let the person go ahead and take the lead, because it won't, like, I don't think it will have any effect when you take the lead in the absence of another, while that person is having something important else to do, provided that you are also free, as Sally also said. When you are free and the person is busy, of course, you can just go ahead and take the lead. I believe that's it. Yeah.
Wow, that was really interesting indeed. Thank you. So this just shows like your teamwork spirit and you are ready to collaborate. Yeah, that's it. And which is very very important. Like for a successful team, there need to be like that collaborative spirit, like that empathy between like amongst the team members. So that's really great. Thank you all.
So I'll just add maybe just want to add maybe something.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay,
Can
okay, you can actually
Okay.
I come in?
you can go ahead, Abdullah.
Okay,
Abdullah.
the other point that I want to add in is maybe I don't know. It's just I don't know. It would be an advice, would be a suggestion. It's just in case that thing, these things that we are discussing here, in the absence of one member, uh, how will the others how will the others are able to sacrifice in order to do his task on his behalf? So the suggestion that I have, maybe the person that might fall in that in that case should inform the members earlier or prior, yeah, so that uh, we can have so that we can plan it. Sorry,
You can fit it to your schedule. Yeah.
yeah, comme nakala ko comme dafa war a inform nit
That's
yi
really a
comme
point
bu
to
mu teel ba
consider, like
yeah,
to plan it ahead, to
yeah, to
inform
plan it,
the
yeah,
members prior, so
yeah,
that yeah, I
not to
understand
wait
what you're saying.
just at the
Yeah,
last minute maybe to inform them.
that's really important, guys. So, like, in a case that somebody might be in a situation where he or she won't be able to carry
Yeah, I
out
think
his duty, yeah, it's important to say it earlier so that they can prepare themselves. We know the situation in Morocco, right? The learning is very tough, so it will be very good. Like for it is a proper planning prevents problems. So it's good. That point is really good, Abdullah. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yes, thank you, Yasin. I guess that was a very engaging question because I was really, happy to hear with the way they were addressing that particular problem, their contributions, their different how to call it, contributions based on the point that you were discussing. It was really great. So personally, I guess I would like to talk to you about the actually, because let's say you have few of you that are just beginning. They just want to sacrifice for the association. What I've really emphasizing on is really commendable. But at the end of the day, let's be a little bit more realistic on this point. You want to sacrifice, that's really good, that's excellent, but you don't have that much background. So, I mean, being down to earth is very, very important when it comes to leadership. Being able to listen to people, not even those that are within the leadership, even those that are outside the leadership, to hear their opinions of the general members. Because at the end of the day, within those general members, even those that have not served their session as in the position of a leadership, they have very, very interesting things that they can share with you, that when you implement can at least lead to the success of the association. So, I mean, having to have that spirit in you that is willing to listen to people without thinking that they are enforcing you to do certain things. You understand? Without thinking, with like taking it very, very positively, of thinking that they are just trying to say something very important, whether it is in the form of a critic or in the form of just a normal contribution, or a normal opinion from a member. Having to listen to them is very, very, very important. So, my question would be, I mean, how ready are you guys? How ready are you? This is for all of you to make sure that you have the leadership, consolidate members' opinions, consolidate, like you have yourself. Reach out to maybe former, I cannot say former executive, but former leaders of the association and also other members. When you talk about leaders of the association, like it covers different, aspects. It covers the representatives, it covers the alumni committee, which is in the Gambia. Sorry for that noise. Sorry for that noise. I was really interrupting. So it covers all those aspects, the alumni, the V representative, which are very, very important. Because the moment you lose the V representative as an executive, it's like the smooth running of the association would be greatly affected. So having to have them on board with all these bodies, with your committee members also, having to involve them fully, at the end of the day would improve the overall smooth running of the association. So I mean how ready are you guys to actually say that, I volunteer to be there, but I'm not more intelligent than everybody. I'm not more intelligent than all Gasamians. I'm not more smart than them. I don't have better opinions than them. But at least I can learn from them. I'll add it to the little that I have to make sure that we have a better Gasam. How much are we ready to put Gasam first than our individual egos, to say that I can do it because I volunteer to do it, so I will do it alone. So I want all of you to share your thoughts on this point, please. Let's start with Salim, please.
Okay, for me, I believe like my willingness to listen to others or to take others' opinion started before I applied for this position, because I like asked previous executives how it was, how was it, and like how the process was, all to know their opinions about like how should I go about the issue. And when of course I applied for the position, also I asked the previous holders of the position and the current holder of the position, like how, what are the functions of financial secretary, not what is written in the books but what is actually done, like the work. Sometimes some things are written the theory but like the practical issues and all. Yeah, so I asked about that. I think that shows a lot about how I am willing to listen to others opinion, how to integrate their opinion into what I do, and stuff. So regarding listening to general members, of course, as an executive, I am voted by them. Like I should listen to what they have to say. Yes, and of course through discussions to see what is feasible and what is not. Like what is feasible will be done, of course, with their help and like with their collaborative insights on it, very important. various issues. So I am willing to talk to previous executives. Either it's gonna be a person or beyond a lot of them, like talk to them about issues. Of course that will be done, to talk to them how is it done. We have to, because we are, I think most of us here are beginners, so we have to be guided. We have to be guided in order for like to for GASAM to progress as it was, because also us as executive who are new into the system, we will not want something bad to end up happening to our beloved association. So of course we will listen to our, let me say, elders who were there before us, who will tell us how things are done, like for the smooth running of the association and for the future benefit of those who are to come, inshallah.
Thank you, Salio. That was good. That was really good. Let's hear from the others, please. Now, I guess I will just leave the choice to be based on you guys. Can any one of you come and say your thoughts on the point?
Well, I believe Salif here said it all. Yeah, because we are all beginners, as he said, and we have to learn from our elders, that is our seniors. Like that's the main reason why I even applied for this position. Because before I apply, I make sure that I get all the required information from the current general secretary. That is our contact. I can say she is my mentor. She helped me through from the beginning of the application until now, as I am talking with you here. And also, as I mentioned in my manifesto, that is effective communication. That is, whenever we are to take a decision, we should not just go and make the final decision without informing the General Assembly. And we have to let them know about what we are to do, and we can have their opinions from there, and we can choose the best out of it. So I believe we should try and work on this thing, that is effective communication. We should not just be going ahead taking decisions without letting the people know about it, because some of the people that are in the association here, they are our seniors and they have passed through the stages. So I believe to consult them will help a lot in our tenure with the association. Yeah, I believe that's it for me.
Thank you, sir, John. Let's have another one, please.
Yeah, I think what John said is very, very important. As like you, I mean, like you as an individual cannot be one man soldier. No matter, I mean, no matter how you think that you know, but then there still needs to be a room for that improvement. Because even me as a personal, I'm a personal treasurer, like for the GASAM, I know that I don't have that financial and then all those backgrounds that you know that will be needed. So that was when, I mean, before applying the position, I took advice from the current treasurer, who is Bakoto. And then I asked her, but then she gave me very good advice, is that though it is somehow challenging, but you can still do it. That is, if you are ready to listen and you are ready to learn. So I have that urge that I'm going to take the position no matter what, and then I'm through learning and then through listening to others. I mean, I will certainly improve on my that role that I will be playing there. So it is very, very important to learn from others, to listen to others, and then to read their opinions if it is useful to the association or if it is not useful to the association. So all those things is based on asking, knowing, and then yeah, I think that's all from my side.
Yes, guys. This is really impressive, honestly. So let's have the last one. I guess it's Abdullah Jalo.
Okay, thank you. Just to
Can you have your
continue,
camera on, please?
my camera is even on. I don't know what is the problem even. I cannot understand. Sorry for that, but I don't know. I'm trying to on it, but I don't know.
There's no problem, man. If it's gonna interrupt you, there's no problem. You can just go ahead, please.
Yeah, just to continue what the previous speakers has already said. Yeah, me to have passed through the same scenario. That is to consult the current and other executive uh, who has already served in the association to have their consent regarding the position. Yeah, and they really advise me maybe always to listen to people's opinion and not just to be a title holder. Yeah, as the saying goes, no man is an island. So in a team, we should always be ready to listen to people's opinion. Yeah, and it's the members that put us there, so we should always consider their opinions, uh, not just to take decisions without their consent. So it's just matter of consultation, yeah, and respecting their opinions and ideas. And looking at GASAM also, I think some part of the association, we have an advisor. So the role of the advisor is also that is to advise the executive who beyond, yeah, in case of need. Yeah, so that's what I have to add on. Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys. It was really, really interestingly handled by all of you. You know, you shared very, very interesting points on the question, which I personally appreciate. But that is not even just to say. I mean, you guys should not listen to people. That is very important, despite the fact that having a certain level of taking decisions on your own as an executive is also important. But there are certain matters that words to be that words to have the opinions. Sorry, guys, where I'm seated there is a little bit of noise, so I apologize for that. So there are certain matters that really worth to have the opinions of the government. So having to you know get that information from them would really be something very helpful. I think we have some questions on the comment section. Abdullah, if you are with us, can you just I mean put them on the screen so that we can Yasin can help us read them for the candidates, please. Sorry, guys. PRO is working on and helping us with the questions from Facebook because somebody reached out to me that there are some questions there. So I guess we can just drop it for you guys. And no question.
Seriously.
Can you check on YouTube or LinkedIn if we have any questions from there, please? But Malik is telling me he asked two questions in the comment section on Facebook. Can you really check well if you're gonna see them, please? Very good, very good. I guess I just have the questions right on my phone right now. So, I mean, this question is directed to Salu. from Mr. Malik Job, a former president of the association. You have equally served.
Sorry,
We know
Ibrahim, for
exactly what
interrupting, but I think you are a bit far away from the mic.
uh, am I audible now? Is it the same thing for everybody?
No, you're
From
audible
my end,
here.
I'm not getting you well. I don't know whether it's just from my end.
Yeah, I believe it is
Yeah,
from
pass,
your
because
end.
for me, I'm getting him very well, so I don't know.
Yeah. Can you try and quit and come back, please? So
You
just to
are audible
continue,
on my side there.
Malik is somebody who do not need an introduction. We all know that. We all can agree to that. So going straight to his question, which is directed to Salud, he says, in your manifestos, you propose mentorship and skills building programs, second and third pillars, alongside advocating for Ghassemians' interests during stakeholder meetings. Example, ministry. While the association may already offer similar programs, or the current or previous leadership advocated for Ghassemians, can you elaborate on how your approach would differ? Specifically, how could your programs be designed and implemented to ensure a greater impact on Ghassemians? I guess that's a solid question to Salu. If you did not hear it well, can you tell me so that I can repeat it for you, please?
Can you please repeat?
I,
Can
I
you
will
please
read it
repeat?
once
Is it
more
the question
very
is directed
clearly.
to me? Can you please repeat?
Okay. He said
Okay.
in your manifestos, you propose mentorship and skills building programs, which is like the second and third pillar, alongside advocating for Gassamians' interests during stakeholder meetings. Example, the ministry. While the association may already offer similar programs, or the current or previous leadership advocated for Gassamians, can you elaborate on how your approach would differ? Specifically, how would your program be designed and implemented to ensure a greater impact on Gassamians? Were you able to get that well, Sally?
Honestly, I don't understand the questions very well, but I will try to see. Let me explain and see if you. Is he talking about the observers Gasam or
Not exactly
I
observers. From my understanding, he's talking about a project from him, according to him, a
mm-hmm,
project which is mentorship and
mm-hmm,
skills building.
mm-hmm.
You know, he said alongside
That is
advocating
the
for
thing.
Gassamians'
Like
interests.
maybe he misdirected the question to me.
Yes, because I believe you don't
I
have
believe
that project.
Okay.
I believe that
Please.
question is directed to me.
No, that is it. That's
I
why I
mean,
think that
it's to Mohammed
he
John. It's
might
Mohammed John, not
miss
Saliu.
like
He
directed
just
it to me.
clarified that it's to Mohammed John, not Saliu. Mr. John, were you able to get the question well, right?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah,
Thank you,
that's
man.
what
You
I
can
was
go ahead,
trying to
please.
address.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe the approach that we will try to use, like we will try to make it more lively, sort of. Like this will be in the form of a teamwork, especially I will link up with the PRO, as the PRO is mostly responsible for these online events. We try and come up with interesting topics that you know that it interests the people of the association, so that it can increase in the viewers and participation of the people, so that it will be for the betterment of Gasam. I believe we should just look out for a way and make sure that we modify the events and make it more lively so that people can interact on it than how it is right now. I believe it's going to be in the form of a teamwork. That is, we work in a team, especially with the PRO, and come up with some ideas, and we will see how to go through it. Thank, thank you.
Thank you very
Can
much,
I
Mr.
add
John.
on to something?
Okay, you can go ahead, please. Sally, you want to add something, right?
Yes. like I regarding the mentorship program, I think that was John's in John's manifesto. I don't that I'm not gonna talk about like the implementation, how to make it effective together with. I think that is through like engaging the VREPs, like maybe conducting surveys as to why, to know why first, why like the members are not very well engaged into various and how to improve that. I think through those surveys we can try and improve on those things, and together with like the executive we will see ways to make it more effective and engaging to the general members.
Thank you very much. Malik, I hope your question is well answered. You can kindly indicate that in the comment section in case you have any follow-up question on that. But I guess also one thing that I learned from the way they answer the question is the teamwork, you know. I can I can realize that the spirit is really working, you know. So you guys keep it up, you know. Keep it up. Uh Abdullah, do you have any other question from the comment section, please? Okay, Salu, there is a question for you, please. Malik said, following your discussion with the previous financial secretaries about implementing the association's financial policies, did you identify any interest area these policies could be strengthened? Uh, are there specific financial policies or aspects of the financial role that you believe could be improved to create a more positive impact for the association? So it's more of two in one. I can repeat the first
Well,
question.
thank you very much, Ibrahim. Malik, regarding your question, yes, we delve into issues about like the rules of financial sector and all that, but we did not get into like the deeper conversation about the policies and ways to improve it. Okay.
Okay, that was the first question, right? You've answered it. Let's get to the second question. He made mention that are there any specific policies, financial policies to be specific, or aspects of the financial role of your position that you believe could be improved to create a more positive impact for the association?
Could you please repeat?
Are there specific financial policies or aspects of the financial role that you believe could be improved to create a more positive impact on the association? In a nutshell, if I understand what the question is saying, is
Well,
that
at the moment, mm, mm,
no, you can go ahead. You can go ahead, please.
go ahead. No, go ahead. Um, I want to understand the question, so you can go ahead.
Okay, so if I get the question very well, it's trying to say, in a nutshell,
Mhm.
are there any, ways that you think these policies, currently existing policies, could be improved to have a greater impact for the association?
Okay, I believe like when I first started, I don't know, I think it was you who asked me that question. I said like I had a discussion with them, and for the moment I haven't seen any like thing I would like to improve on. But as I enter office, when I start doing my work, like practically, if there is anything that I see that needs improvement, I shall. I think I said that here. I hope that
You did,
answers
you
this
you
question.
did, you did, you did mention that here, Salif. So Malik, I hope you were following with the response of Salu, and I hope that your question is well answered, please. If it is not, you can kindly drop your question, please. I guess right now we don't have any question again from the comment section. and then we have already almost exhausted the time. That is the 2 hours that were allocated for the session. I mean, let's have your closing remarks, please, because Yasin, can you welcome, I mean, one of them to maybe give their closing remarks, please?
Thank you so much, guys. It has been really interactive and interesting. So, Salim, like, what's going to be your last one? Like, as far as this debate is concerned, like, what are you going to tell the Gazamians? Like, as far as your position is concerned, like the last word.
Okay, thank you very much, Yasin and Ibrahima, for being such amazing hosts. And I would like to thank the viewers who asked their questions and those who are also watching. I would like to tell my fellow Ghanaians, vote me yes as a financial secretary for this upcoming year. And I should do my best to serve you in the best way possible, inshallah. Vote Sally with financial secretary. Yes. Thank you all.
Thank you, Salim.
Thank you so much, Salio. Now, Ibrahim, can we go to the next one?
Yeah, you can go ahead with them, please, Yasin.
Okay, so can we have Mohammed John? What's going to be your last word, like for the Gazamians?
Well, this message is for the Gasamians. Yeah, I ask for your support and trust as we embark on this journey together, and let us come out to work collectively to form a brighter future for our association, that is GASAM. And thanks for your consideration. Together we achieve great things and build a stronger GASAM. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Mohammed John. That was a good ending. So, can we have Abdullah?
Okay, thank you guys once again, the chairman and Yasin, the host here. Thank you very much for coordinating this event. Yeah, and thanks to to my co debaters, I can say, or not co debaters, my co executive members. Yeah, to come in office. Yeah. So my closing remarks will just be just to uh, demand ask for uh, the okay. My closing remarks will just to ask the general members to give us their support, and we assure them that their opinions will be respected, inshallah. Yeah. So and we are here to serve in to best of our abilities, and by the grace of God, we shall fulfill to expectation, inshallah. So we need your support. So that thank you for the viewers and the questions that we are asked also. Thank you everyone who are watching us. So that was my closing remarks. Thank you once again.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Abdullah, for that closing remarks. It was great. So, can we have? Is it Fanzu? Fanzu is left,
Yeah,
right? Left. Okay.
yeah.
So, what's going to be your closing remarks?
Okay, Yasin, thank you so much for organizing this say, debate or presentation, and then our host, who is Able Ibrahima. I thank you all for sacrificing your time and then to make sure that this event holds. And then to the general public also, I'm thanking everyone who is viewing and then the person who that wants to view but then cannot view it. My closing remark is going to be, Gasam, we need to support each other. We need to support our executives because only the executives cannot do it alone. So we need the support of the general public. So feel free, if there's anything that you consider that is not going well, you can kindly reach out to us, and then so that the matter is discussed rather than leaving it closed and then the matters get worse. So those are some of the things that I can say, and then I'm vying for the treasurer. So vote me as a treasurer, and inshallah we work together. And then thank you all. Yeah.
That was really fine. That was really a great remark, ending remarks. So, Ibrahim,
Thank you very much, Justin, and thank you to the candidates for that wonderful closing remarks. And I wish you all the best. You guys have nothing to be scared of. I'm sure things are gonna go well, inshallah. You know, at the end of the day, come your the spirit that I have seen in you, it's really very commendable. So hopefully, we're gonna achieve what we want together for the association. So this is just a reminder that I want to make with regard to the voter registration. We still have, a percentage, a very good percentage of us that have not yet registered their voters. Reason best known to them, because I mean, how difficult is it just to click on that particular form and get your name registered for the election? It cannot even take you for a minute. So I think
For sure.
in as much as we are trying to make things go well for ourselves as a community, but I think we are also being very, very, let's say, we are not being cooperative to some extent with certain matters. This is just very simple to register your vote. So for those that have not done it, please go and do it. For those that have done it, we thank you for doing it within the time frame that we all we wanted you guys to do it. Please do it. The deadline is 12:59. The form is going to be closed automatically. So do it before it is late. We still have a good number that have not done it. So on that note, is a bye from me, and thank you all for being here with us. Bye bye.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you all. It's
Thank
been a
you.
nice
Thank
day.
you too, Ibrahim. And yes,